Hi, Sai. Welcome back to Julian's Garden. I hope you're all doing well. And I saw this some of the mess on my background there, and you can see that. But on my left side, I got beautiful rhododendron in full bloom at the moment. And on my right side, I got beautiful camellia in full bloom as well. Anyway, the video today, I would like to give you a few tips how to grow coriander at home. So I live in cool temperate climate, so we don't have a long growing season and 3 hottest months of the year in December, January and February. And the rest of the year is very pleasant, and I love living in our area, and so also they make much easier to grow coriander as well. Because coriander, they tend to bolt, that means they tend to go to flower and tend to set the seeds because the weather warms than the cool area. Anyway, just only a few tips, and I hope it might inspire you, and if you want to grow for your own. So yeah, let's go to the area. I want to show you my little coriander patch. Alright, can you see that's the whole area here? I don't know how many meters, maybe 2 meters. I got the whole area with the coriander, and they're looking beautiful. And the smell in this area are amazing. Loving it very much. And when I have it, except when my husband, he wants the roots for the curry or flavoring in the dishes that he wants to cook. And he just pull the whole plant up because he wants to have it the roots. But normally when I have it is just for the leaves, I just take the outer leaf outside like this. Example, oh, I can smell beautiful scent. So I just take the outer leaf like this, and then the plant keep produce more. And of course, the whole area here, they self-seeded themselves, and so I'm not bothered to thin them out either, because they tend to do very well together as well. Because if in the future, if we need any more extra roots to put in the dishes, I just take the area that too clouded, I take them out first. But anyway, they normally they don't do transplants well. If you want to share with your friends, and with the plant to your friends, but you can do it actually. But you just take like shovel to take the whole clump in one area, so the roots of the plant intact into the soil, and then your friends can just plant them straight into the garden or straight into the container. But if you just take one plant out by itself and a little bit hard, because they have a tap root, so they don't transplant well. So that's another tip I want to give to you. So normally when nearly to the hottest month of the year, and the plant tend to bolt, and normally I pull a lot of plants out, but I kept maybe 4 or 5 plants. Now few I have it the seeds, and few I let them to self-seeded themselves. You can see I still have a lot of seeds all around there. Can you see the seed over there? And because they drop the seeds, and some over there, they the same night, tiny little like this, they only just started germinate over there as well. So yeah, let me show you some of the seeds that I harvested not long ago, or last year. Let me show you. Alright, let me show you some of the seeds that I collected last year, and I already put a lot of them in the container for my husband to use in the kitchen. But here, some of the leftover here, like sometimes if I need to sow the seed to somewhere, or if I want to give some to my neighbor or friends, and they can sow the seed by for themselves as well. So when I harvest seeds, I just wait until the stem and the seed turn to very brown and dry, and harvest them when the weather are very dry and sunny as well, because we don't want to harvest the seed when it's very wet, and the seed will get moldy if you have it in the rainy condition. But also sometimes you can bring them inside, or bring them to your sunroom and dry them as well. But I recommend to have it the seed also before the rain as well, if you know the rain coming, because you don't want them gets very wet and soggy and get moldy. So if you want to sow the seed by yourself, it's very easy. First, you do need the seeds first. So very easy to get them from the garden center. But I recommend you ask around the people, local people in your area, if they have some spare seeds they save from their garden, because all those seeds they have been grown in your area and they have been climatized, so they should do well. So to get a little container like this, in here I use premium potting mix and just sprinkling around the seeds on the top and just lightly cover those seeds with around 1 centimeter of the potting mix as well. Don't worry if they are too thick together, because as I said, they will do well together as well. So don't worry about that, and they will sort themselves out. And then keep them in the very sunny open area, but don't put them into a shady area, because when you put in the too shady area, they tend to leaning out toward the sun, and that's make them get bold very quick, and they won't doing well. They're looking very lucky. But if you want to grow your coriander like the little patch that I grow in the sunny open area, you can just get the seeds, sprinkle out the area that you want them to grow, and then just lightly cover them with some potting mix or some compost, and that's why those seeds will cover and they keep their seeds moist, and they germinate much quicker, or you get better germination. But as I did mention to you before, my little patch there, they sell just seeded by themselves. I did not cover them, those seeds at all, but they still germinate very well. But also we got so much moisture in the air, we got a lot of rain, so those seeds wasn't dry out, so they germinate very quick, and I have very good germination with little patches as well. And the ideal temperature for them to germinate is between 18 to 24 degrees Celsius, but I do feel that even with though like less warmer than those temperature, they still germinate very well as well. Like even like 15 or 14, I do feel that they still come up very well as well. And the best time if you want to show the coriander seeds, the best time to sow them in the spring and in autumn. So make sure you don't sow them in the very hot summer, and don't sow them in the very cold winter, because too cold they're not gonna germinate, and too hot and they get bold very quick. And coriander, they tolerate this very well with freezing temperature. Now even we got into -8 degrees Celsius, and they were on frozen and on icy frozen, but they perking up very quick after the ice melt out. But I don't know any experience about really in very cold condition with a lot of snow when your coriander come back, and please let me know. So I have been growing coriander like this for several years now, and it worked really well for me. Except if we really need to, we have to buy coriander in the hottest months in Cambodia, Australia, but only very short time those. And on those months, normally we try to substitute with the other herb to put in the dish. And so normally around December, January, they will bolt and they go to flower, and then at the around mid autumn to late autumn, they start to sell seed. I mean, they drop the seed by themselves, and then beginning of winter, they start emerge again. And then when they start to emerge, they go to tiny little like this, and then they keep growing. And during the winter, they don't grow much at all. Mostly they just hanging there, and they get very slowly growing. And we still have a lot of the leaf to have it. So that was really nice. And now we are in the springtime, early spring, and they starting to, the weather gets warmer, and so that's why they're looking really lush and toned and looking delicious, and we're trying to use as much as we can before they get bold in the summer. But from now on, we still have a few months to worry about that. So yeah, so and we keep doing the cycle like this, and we have to, I mean, we rarely have to buy coriander from the shop, and I'm so pleased with that. And I hope that all this information I share with you, and you can do like this for like the same like me. And if you love growing coriander, if you love cooking with them or eating them. One more tip that I want to give you, that if you want your coriander last longer before they bolt, and place your coriander like under the tree, or place your coriander like in the area that pass sun, because full sun is too hot for them, they get bolt very quick, and always keep them moist. So either you grow them in container, you or in the ground, use very good quality of potting mix for the container. And if they you grow them in the ground, like in the little patch that I grow my over here, I have very good of the compost, or good quality of compost over here. Mostly I use my homemade compost, so they done so well. So if the poor quality of potting mix or compost, they get both very quick as well, and then you don't have much of chance to harvest them, to enjoy them. So yeah, I think that's it. For also make sure they always stay moist as well. Okay. So I think that's it. And for the video today, I hope that you enjoy this video, and I hope it's helpful. And see you in the next video. Bye bye.